Welcome to the Daily WIP show. We discover everyone is becoming a media company. On the show today, we're talking about different types of content. 4 a.m. Monday, and now we're off to the airport to get to Orlando. Have arrived in Orlando, and here we are in the lovely, I don't know what you call it, some sort of hotel on the outskirts of town. And now we're off to a dinner tonight, meet quite a few people, and then it's to the event, the Microsoft Ignite event tomorrow, where we have a lot more people to meet. We've been on the road for a few days, all over the place. We went to LA and then Portland, and now we're in Orlando, meeting with a lot of people. Something I thought I'd share with you, which is kind of interesting, is the different types of content that big brands are doing. If you look back into the past and you look at media buying and advertising and all that jazz, a lot of it is done in a pretty standardized way. There's a lot of good companies doing a good job of it. And if you're a smaller production company or a freelancer, you're certainly not going to get in on that game. But interestingly enough, this new wave of stuff that we've been talking about for months now, which is this constant content, episodical, online, capturing every different channel, every different social channel, is something that is viewed as like a new thing in these big companies. So if you're a big brand and even if you're a medium-sized brand, and you're thinking about, your agency and your media buyer and all that stuff, and you're going, oh, we don't want to like shift that up because it's working so well. Don't worry about it. Just leave it. But think about another range of work that you could be doing at the same time. So carve off a little bit of the budget. Maybe if you're a bigger company, maybe carve off $1 or $2 million a year. If you're a smaller company, maybe $100,000 or $200,000 a year. Carve it off. And then just have that as experimental, quick-fire content, and let that be your little shot in the wind, and try it out. Now, if you're a freelancer or a small production company, think about that big company doing that and going, how can you create a business model where they can view you as the trusted resource in that area? Not only could you do something we've been talking about, which has become a subscription model for that type of thing, so charge 100, 200K a year, and do all the stuff for them, but also think about beyond video creation. Think about video distribution, because that's really where the rubber hits the road. A lot of the things we're learning is that tying it all the way from we got it made to how did it go. That is really where outside resources are going to be winning. So if you are a production company today, turn yourself into a digital agency, where you take care of the production and the distribution. That will really be the place where you're able to add a lot of value, become very trusted, and become indispensable. And also, don't worry about the first order of business with these people being slightly smaller, because that's just them dipping a toe. Imagine if you're being asked to do something brand new in your life, and you go, oh, it's brand new. Some other people are doing it. That's cool. I'd just like to try it out first. If you think about it that way, maybe an engagement where you're just doing, this is if you're a production company, maybe an engagement where you make, 15 to 20 things for like $500 a piece, but you do it as a package. Maybe that's the way to think about it. And that's including distribution and keywords and all those things. And just give them a taster of what it's like, and show them the energy and how alive it feels when you're doing something more constant. That would be really fun. And then on the brand side, really just think about doing those small experiments. But invest, even if it's just a little bit of money, say it's less than $50,000, invest the time. Get your people in your company to pay attention and watch what's happening. And if which is the point, if you start to get engagement from your market, and you start getting an audience and they start communicating with you, communicate back. Because it's very important that you communicate back, not the external resource, because they are not in your company and they won't hold those relationships long term. Plus, you want to learn from them. So that's just a little something that we've been learning, is that this new wave of short form online content, something that Sephora is doing really well with, is new, but it's not superseding the old school agency, media buying, all that stuff. It's not superseding it. It's just additional. And then over time we will see how it changes. All right, well, from Orlando, see you tomorrow.